Good day. Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Sunday, November 28, 2021. The government lowered its vaccination targets for its three-day campaign against the coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 because of a shortage in syringes, according to its organizers. In a statement released on Saturday, the National Task Force Against COVID-19 or NTF and the National Vaccination Operations Center or NVOC said that the initial target of 15 million doses to be administered during the Bayanihan Bakunahan from November 29 to December 1 has been adjusted to 9 million. With the revised target, the NTF and NVOC said they were expecting to administer COVID shots to at least 3 million people a day. Nearly 2 years into the COVID-19 pandemic, the world raced Friday to contain the new coronavirus variant, potentially more dangerous than the one that has fueled relentless waves of infection on nearly every continent. A World Health Organization panel named the variant Omicron and classified it as highly transmissible virus of concern, the same category that includes predominant Delta variant, which is still a scourge driving higher cases of sickness and death in Europe and parts of the United States. Omicron's actual risks are not understood, but early evidence suggests it carries an increased risk of reinfection compared with other highly transmissible variants, the WHO said. That means people who contracted COVID-19 and recovered could be subject to catching it again. It could take weeks to know if current vaccines are less effective against it. In response to the variant's discovery in southern Africa, the United States, Canada, Russia, and a host of other countries joined the European Union in restricting travel for visitors from that region, where the variant brought on a fresh surge of infections. The Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats or Lakas CMD, together with its partners in the Uniteam Alliance, assured that it continues to support President Rodrigo Duterte and his administration. The Lakas CMD issued a statement on Saturday after Butch Belgica of the Federalismo ng Dugong Dakilang Samahan or PDDS claimed that several allies of the administrations were allegedly conspiring against the president, although he did not name names. The PDDS is supporting Duterte and Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo for senator and president respectively in the 2022 national elections. Duterte and Go decided to run under the PDDS to avoid legal complication caused by the division in the PDP Laban, which has been elevated to the Commission on All Elections or COMELEC for resolution. Senatorial aspirants and chairman of long-running Free Legal Assistance Group, lawyer Juan Manuel Chel Jokno said he would work on improving the Philippine justice system and COVID-19 pandemic response if elected in the May 9, 2022 national elections. Jokno said that the country's justice system needs strengthening. He said during an interview on the Manila Times TV that he promised to empower the Katarungang Pambarangay. But Jokno stressed that the pandemic demands immediate attention, adding the composition of the Pandemic Management Council would be his top priority within his first 100 days in office if elected. President Rodrigo Duterte invoked the rule of law in maintaining peace and stability in the South China Sea, stressing there can be no real peace if the strong trample on the weak. In a speech during the Asia-Europe Meeting Summit, Duterte reaffirmed the Philippines' position favoring peaceful resolution in territorial disputes despite China's continued aggression in the region. A ruling by the Commission on Elections or COMELEC on the disqualification case against presidential candidate Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. may take longer following the poll body's decision to resolve pending motions. COMELEC spokesman James Jimenez over the weekend said its second division has decided to defer issuing an order requiring the contending parties to submit their memoranda on the case, citing the need to resolve the motions for intervention and a request for oral arguments or face-to-face hearing. According to Jimenez, the decision to defer the submission of memoranda arrived at the end of the pre-conference meeting held on Friday, November 26. Under normal circumstances, the parties would have been asked to submit their respective memoranda within 3 days after preliminary conference. Under the rules, the case is deemed submitted for resolution after submission of memoranda. Over to business, the government's economic managers told members of foreign chambers that the economy is beginning to recover and is ready to accommodate more investments. With the Philippines' gross domestic product or GDP increasing by 7.1% in the third quarter, he noted that the economy's full-year growth is now more likely to reach the higher end of the government's 4 to 5% target for the year. In sports, Philippine Athletics Track and Field Association or PATAFA President Philip Juico said the issue between the federation and its prize pole vaulter Ernest John Obiena is a simple one and can easily be resolved. But someone leaked the internal investigation to the media and some people in Obiena's camp are making things worse, Juico said. According to Juiko, the Patafa board just acted on a complaint by Ljubljana's Ukrainian coach Vitaly Petrov with regards to his alleged non-compensation. Marlon Ronquillo is our front page columnist for today. He reveals his first two senatorial candidates for next year's elections. Today's editorial believes the promotion of reading has economic payoffs. Read a full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the Voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram and keep up with the Times. For the Manila Times, this is Paolo Dumabi.